For me, once a tool can provide me 99% usability, for me as an engineer, that is a good tool to work with.
If I'm a patient, like I'm sick, and go and tell ChatGPT, I am sick, I have headache, what do you think I should take? If it tells you, you go and take maybe paracetamol. If you take paracetamol and don't get fine, you can't blame ChatGPT. It is only giving you to as far as its knowledge is.
There's no other country in the world, in the whole world, go and look at it, which has a lot of fresh water, a lot of power. We as a country, we are poised if we take advantage of this opportunity to actually become the center of AI, not in Africa, but in the world.
Hello, our viewers. My name is Lawrence Mitekanga, and I'll be your host for the New Age podcast. I want to welcome you all to this podcast because it's intended to make sure that personal awareness to the people of Uganda and across the region about this animal that is known as the AI, artificial intelligence and automation. So ideally, I think there's been a lot of talk, noise about AI, and I think it has become a script that everyone wants to talk about. But maybe we need to go in the depth of understanding this. With us today, I will be hosting two of our guests, and in no particular order. I want to start by introducing Rosemary Nalwanga, who is a PhD student and a researcher. She'll be telling us more about her portfolio area of expertise. My other guest tonight is David Nsubuga. Some of us call him Boniface, and is the CTO of the Next Media. He's someone that has worked I've known him for having worked in the telecom industry for such a very long time. And David, I think I need to say that ever since the year started, I think I did not say congratulations. I want to say it here on camera, because I think that was a step to increasing your pocket and wallet income. Just because we have a season that we are undergoing of the women, I also want to say that Happy Women's Month for Rosemary. And I understand that today, in today's world, women are very important to me. I have to recognize that fact. Okay, so I think I'll let Rosemary give us a brief introduction about herself.
Thank you very much. I'm very privileged to be hosted here today. My name, like he said, Rosemary Nalwanga. I'm currently a PhD student at the University of Twente in Netherlands, and my research is mostly focused on developing AI models that can be incorporated in agriculture settings to help the smallholder farmers utilize this technology. I'm also a researcher in Internet of Things for embedded computing systems. So basically we do edge AI. We pull AI from the cloud to the edge devices so as to cater for local people that cannot be able to afford data like internet, so they can be able to utilize the technology. And I work with Bustema University as an assistant lecturer at the Faculty of Engineering and Technology. So briefly, that's about me. Thank you.
I think we will go ahead with having also David introduce himself.
Okay, thank you very much, Rollins. My name is David Nsubuga. I have been working with the telecom industry for about 17 years, over 17 years. And right now, I'm working with Next Media Services. That's in Next Media Services. That is NBS, TV, and the rest of the brands that are there in. We believe that this is a very important topic to discuss in terms of where we are going as a nation, where we are going as a people, where we are going as a culture, because AI is going to affect us all. And it would be interesting for us to have this discussion, then to see how we are going to proceed. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for those introductions. I am much privileged to host such very good experts in this country, I should say. And like I already mentioned, our area of discussion is artificial intelligence and automation. So within here, we want to really start by just understanding what is this AI, what is artificial intelligence, and how is it impactful to the economic transformation of our country. So ideally, I think it's an area that has become of much interest. People talk about AI, people talk about ChatGPT, people talk about all these AI tools and agents. But I think we need to, understand how best this can be put to good use, the advantage ahead of us using AI. What are also probably the barriers that that are very impactful in terms of us, in terms of our progress and progression for this transformation. So ideally, I think I'll put it to you, Devi. You literally know where, as a nation, where we're coming from, and given the fact that you have a lot of knowledge in the digital divide in the area of innovation, telecom. You've just been able to tell us that you've had about 17 years of experience within telecom. So what is this? What is that role within the artificial intelligence? Maybe we need to start from there. What is the role of artificial intelligence? Why is everyone talking about it?
Okay, artificial intelligence, the first thing that I would look at is that it's a tool, okay? But this tool has been able to be developed to a level where where it can be able to do tasks or activities that would ideally be done by a human being in terms of intelligence, in terms of analysis, in terms of drawing pictures, in terms of making movies, in terms of writing books. So there are some activities that were basically limited for the machines, where they couldn't be able to perform to the human levels. But right now, with artificial intelligence, most of these machines now can be able to perform these activities to the level where you can differentiate if it was a human being who made this painting or it's a machine that made this painting. Is it a machine that drew this, who wrote this book, or it is a human being who wrote this book? So that kind of makes it very interesting, because if a machine can perform something that was reserved for the human being to perform, what does that mean? So this artificial intelligence is about learning how to look at machines doing what previously were being done by humans. And fortunately, when I look at this, it is a chance for us. Before, human beings used to dig.
Correct.
I'm sure you know a machine which digs.
Yeah.
It's called a tractor, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, yesterday.
We have machines which we used to carry water. We have machines that can carry water for us. They're called pumps, water pump.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But now this is slightly different, because we have reached a point where the machines can do thinking. So it is a very, very important inflection point. And I think it deserves to be talked about in this podcast.
Oh yes. Okay, David, that's very interesting. Well, if we are now moving into a direction of replacing, a lot of human effort with machines, these days, I have seen instances where people either attach the voice metrics onto different videos. So in my assumption, or in my own thinking, I see it as something that is destructive, because you find a voice being married to a video where it does not fit, and changes perception. So I'll ask probably Rosemary to come in those dynamics and tell us whether this is good for a country as ours, or this is something that can be worked around, especially to drive the economic transformation. How do we go about this thing of that assumption that this is becoming destructive? People are failing to think, because now we are moving into the artificial intelligence, into intelligent networks. Yeah.
with AI, basically it's learning from patterns and then be able to think and reason, like trying to mimic what humans are doing. So with the aspect of the distraction that AI can bring about, we have what we call the responsible AI, and it is something that requires attention from the users, the policymakers, and the nation at large. Instances where we have people who maybe share videos on social platforms, and then there are words behind, like someone is speaking, but it's not that person. Of course, AI itself can cater for such things. We have a field called the discriminative adversarial networks that are used to differentiate between what is real and what is fake. Because it's still
Let me get that right. Call the distributed
discriminative adversarial network.
Discriminative. Okay.
Adversarial networks, or the generative adversarial networks. So they are also like models that can be built and placed like frameworks on maybe social media platforms and everything, but of course with a backup of policies, telecommunication companies, and whoever is in that ecosystem, so they can be able to help us to differentiate between what is real and what is fake. But as a country, or not even Uganda alone, we have not yet embraced this thing. AI is here with us, and it is here to stay, and it's just going to become, I won't say worse, but it's going to keep advancing. We need to embrace it and then see how we are going to work with it. Personally, I always see AI as an assistive agent, because it's doing things that were already being done, that David said, but it comes in as an assistive agent to help us perform maybe even better if they are built in a reasonable manner, or do like as assistive agents will do. So it wouldn't be a distraction if we had policies that govern how it is incorporated, and also push and sensitize people on how to use this.
Thank you. David, you had something to add?
There's a video that came out, I think it was Brad Pitt and it was very viral. Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise in a scene where they're doing a fight, and whole went to crazy. Like, guys, we can't start messing up our brands, because right there it's like you're infringing on their right to be able to own privacy based on. So there's an issue in terms of responsible usage of AI, and how are we be able to use the tools like the Sage to be able to discriminate between what's real and what is unreal.
Okay, that is interesting. So help me really understand. You see, and I don't want to believe that I'm the only one. Probably there are viewers out there that are having this problem differentiating between AI and automation. From the academia, Rosemary, how would you help us differentiate between artificial intelligence and automation?
Automation, or automating machines or systems, kind of works around rules. Like if this, then you do that. And with automation, it will do something over and over. I'll give an example. If it's like a smart irrigation system or an automated irrigation system, it will maybe sense parameters or soil conditions, and then it gets realized that the soil is dry, so it will automatically turn on pumps to start irrigating, and then if it's done, it will automatically turn them off. So that is automation. It is programmed in a way that it is built around rules. And then with artificial intelligence, it learns from patterns, what has happened, and it keeps learning, like how a child is born. A child cannot be born in Uganda, living with people speaking Luganda, and then their first language is Chinese. Their brains, actually, we have the neural networks that we learn about in AI. They are mimicking what the brain does. How the neural networks work is how the brain works. So it learns from patterns, like a child will see maybe the father comes back every day at 8, and their system will adopt to know that at 8, daddy comes back, and maybe in this house we speak this language. So that's how AI works. With AI, it's learning from patterns, and it's based on data, so it learns from those patterns, then it can be able to reason and take action, and also makes decision making better. So that is the line between automation and AI. With automation, it's just about having the rules and knowing that I'm supposed to do this. It does not involve reasoning. Automation does not involve reasoning. It does not involve thinking. It only involves roles. Then AI involves thinking, reasoning, and then taking a decision.
Wow.
Yeah.
I picked two things. AI is about a learning pattern.
Yeah.
And automation is about the rules.
Yeah.
That's very good. David, please tell us about automation and the future of work with automation.
Most of the times when the research people do things, people say, only again, I'm theory. This person went into theory. We have one that they produce this, but the theoretical people produce for us tools that we can use to actually make things work. So when I look at automation, because automation is engineering, that is us. That is what we do. To make things work for us in a way that I set the rules. I say, these are the rules, right? This is what you're supposed to do. This is what, if something like this happens, you do this. If something like this happens, you do this, right? So it is always an if or kind of things. Now with AI, it becomes interesting. She talked about irrigation, right? Irrigation automation. When the water conditions change, you water the plant, right? Now with AI, I could say, okay, AI is going to look for us. Is going to look at the whole process. There's a rule. It's no longer just a rule. The AI will say, if I water, right? When I water, I want to monitor what happens to the plant. Should I keep watering because it is just dry now? Or if I stop watering now, the plant will grow better. I will reduce the power energy, but the plant will have better performances. So for us as engineers, we'll say, okay, we are going to regulate, so we want to give water every 10 seconds. Right? It will do that for the rest of its life. For the next 1 century, it will be able to do that. But then with AI, it will look. It can be able to analyze and study and say, is the 10-second frequency right? Can I make it longer? Can I make it shorter? And the AI system, if it is integrated in the agriculture, for example, it will be able to determine what is the best frequency to actually do this, and then it will send the automation system to be able to regulate that. So we have been having a lot of automations before, right? Factories are automated. Or if you're making your, so for example, if you go to organizations like let's say Mukwano, I don't think they're using most of the machines now are getting automated, right? Like this is the longest piece of bar, so I cut at that point, right? You set it, you fix it in, all right? Now they send this to the market, and the market responds in a certain way, right? And then you come back and say, I think the length was not good. Let us reduce it, or let us make it bigger, all right? Now, if you put AI, as we say, AI is going to run this factory, it can be able to get all this information, market research, puts it in there. It gets research from how the skin product is working out in the market. It puts it here. It gets this and says, you know what, according to what we are seeing, I can recommend that we actually buy this kind of product. The whole system can be able to, and then it says, okay, the factory, the size of the bar we are selling is too big, people can't afford it because of the market research. It recommends the right size immediately, like from all the data that's coming in. Then it can be able to, so you can sit from your home, wherever, and say, please proceed. You just press a button, press proceed. Then the AI system will go out to the automation systems and say, reduce the size of the bar of soap you're producing. Okay, so that can maximize the profits that you're getting as an organization, but also give the customer something that they can actually afford. Now that is how we can look at it in terms of an engineering perspective. From a business perspective, how we can use the AI and the automation to actually make decisions that improve the performance of your business.
Thank you, David. I think I am in love with the substance and the thought process of marrying this to the actual events in our society. When both of you bring this in terms of irrigation and agriculture, because our people are quite a number of our biggest population is in agriculture. So I think that's already ground enough to show us that AI can be applicable in our economies of scale. So I want to understand one thing, and let me just before I move on, I think I need to ask of the available opportunities around AI. When you look at the Ugandan society, look at the people who are struggling with startup businesses, SMEs, business startups. Probably it's something that would be relatable with the big organizations, but that small person who is practically trying to think out their business and the way forward, what is that opportunity in AI that they can quickly embed themselves to?
One thing about AI is from the building part of it, it relies and depends on data, availability of data. I'll give an example. Currently, I'm collecting spectral data from Makerere Institute of Agriculture, and I want to use it to develop a model that can help farmers to detect their what is wrong with their crops before anything is visible with the eye. Like before you see the leaves becoming yellow, you should know whether this plant is sick or it's healthy. So we are using spectral data, but I have to collect it. So if I go at that level of just collecting the data, that is already an opportunity. That this it's going to go a long way from just collecting it to refining it, and then I use it in my models, and then I make an application out of it, and then someone is going to use it. That is something that the startups have an opportunity with, is data. Looking at what feeds into this AI. Of course, as a nation, we need to stop looking at just being consumers, but also builders. Of course, like if we look at ChatGPT, it was not built by Ugandans. But we can also build something of the sort. It's only policies that we can work around with very well. So going back to what you asked, as maybe I call them like the smallholder, maybe like farmers or the small startups and everything, how they can utilize AI. One, they have to first embrace it, appreciate, because right now there's a lot of fear that AI is going to take people's jobs. AI cannot take people's jobs unless we fail to understand why it is here and how to use it. It cannot take people's jobs. AI is built by humans. When computers had just come, we used to use that word of garbage in, garbage out. That model will be as good as the person who built it. If you didn't work with precision to do that model, for example, if it's a cancer diagnostic maybe model, if I want to help maybe the medical field to have a model that can help them to diagnose cancer with patients, if the data I used was not accurate, we can have scenarios and someone is told you have cancer and you don't. So it comes back to me, the builder. So AI is not going to take people's jobs. We just need to embrace it and know that this is just an assistant that has come in. If I'm the boss and I'm given an assistant, the assistant is not taking my job at any point, but they're just helping me, maybe to supporting me to make my work easier, better, get to meetings on time and everything. And that is AI. So it's not taking people's jobs, but if we don't embrace it, it may actually take the jobs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. I think you already pointed out some of the barriers, and I want us to critically talk about the adoption of AI, but mainly around the AI adoption barriers. Yeah, in emerging economies and in developing economies. David, what does that make sense to you when someone talks about AI adoption barriers? She talked about data, gathering data. Are we ready? As a country, as a people, do we have data centers for this kind of future?
The biggest barrier to AI is water.
How and why?
Let us start with energy. What is the cheapest source of energy? Hydropower, right? Microsoft is building a nuclear power plant to power their data center, right? They are building a nuclear power plant to power their data center. AI uses a lot of fresh water when they are cooling it. Fresh water. Why does it need a lot of fresh water? It needs a lot of fresh water for cooling purposes.
This is what I find about fresh water. Fresh water makes up 2.5% to 3% of the Earth's total water. with the vast majority locked in ice caps, glaciers, and underground aquifers.
Okay, now when it comes to cooling, this is what's happening. You need a lot of fresh water, that's number of first thing, but you also need to have it cold. That's why you find that there's some of, I think Google or one of those big platforms, they are building data centers in the middle of those countries, right?
Cooling
purposes. All right. Now, we as Uganda, we have the advantages already. Okay. But you find that the rest of the world, and this is very, very important. I think there are 2 countries that are really, really, really well placed. 2 countries in the whole world well placed. Because if you put in the ice, you have to put a nuclear power plant, right? Because a lot of running water to generate this really clean energy,
Yes.
right? Then when you look at for the rest of the world, it is either flat, it's either dry, or it is either very, how can I call it? It is very, very flat, right? But when you look at Uganda, when you look at countries that, I said 2 countries, right? So that is Uganda and Ethiopia.
Why Uganda and Ethiopia? Is it because you're Ugandan?
No. Uganda, I'm not Ethiopian. Why am I talking about it? Uganda and Ethiopia, but most especially Uganda. Ethiopia, because they have a lot of energy from the Blue Nile. I think they have also built one of the biggest dams in Africa right now, right? So they are very poised to take advantage of AI because they have a lot of power, a lot of power from that Blue Nile. But Uganda is especially blessed because we have the River Nile coming from Uganda, right? A lot of power that we can harness. If you've ever passed Kalma, that bridge, right? You see that water rushing through. That is a lot of power for AI. All right? Uganda has the 3rd biggest water reserve, fresh water reserve. All right? Biggest. It's the 3rd biggest after
Lake Victoria.
Lake Victoria, right?
Or Narubari.
Or Narubari. Narubari, we call it Narubari. So, Narubari is there, fresh water. We can use it for cooling, an AI data center, right? Then you have River Nile running from us to power up the AI data center, all right? The environment is really nice for the people to work on AI systems. And I believe Ugandans are not particularly stupid people, right? We are slightly bright, so we can be able to get the resources to work on these AI systems. So we are bestly placed at the center of the opportunity. At the center of this opportunity, right? There's no other country in the world, in the whole world, go and look at it, which has a lot of fresh water, a lot of power. All right? Practically free power. Because hydro energy is practically free power. So we as a country, we are poised, if we take advantage of this opportunity, to actually become the center of AI, not in Africa, but in the world. Right? Because we don't have to go a lot. And this is something that is always interesting about Uganda. They say Uganda is one of the friendliest country. Even a stupid person can survive. Quoted by our president. Now, if we can stop being stupid and become a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit more bright, we can take proper advantage of this resource that we have. Fresh water.
Nice. Thank you, David. I think you've given us very good insight, and that is relatable with the fact that you mentioned that the cheapest source of energy is hydro. So I've practically been trying to think about it, that if we have Lake Victoria, River Nile, we have the opportunity to generate the required energy very cheaply, but also the fact that we have running water that is able to do to provide the cooling effect for the data centers. Okay, I think that's very good. So what besides that opportunity that we're able to see, for especially, I think you've mentioned about Uganda and Ethiopia. So I think now, for me, this goes out to the people who think in terms of the strategic direction of this country, and whether there is the will to position ourselves for this opportunity to grow AI, to put up a data center that can be facilitated with cheap source of energy such as hydro. We have the opportunity. I think, David, you've given us proper insights that the viewers out there, you could be someone that is very close to the person that makes strategic decisions in this country. Please, this is very important and critical information that needs to be appreciated, but also we need to be deliberate on positioning our country, and especially when it comes to the economic transformation. Let's talk about the opportunities of the SMEs. I know Rosemary had already talked about it, but you're my practical and engineering arm. Yeah. So how do we present these opportunities for the SMEs and startups, especially around AI? Because now, Rosemary was talking about data now. My guy in Chukubo does not understand the things to do with the data collection. Okay. When it comes to turning AI into business practicability, there are a lot of opportunities. Number one is that in terms of startups, there are people who are actually developing AI systems, right? People who are developing AI systems. It makes it very easy for you, because now the business, it is an opportunity for you to actually go in and start developing these they're what we call AI agents. Yes. Right? I would advise every young boy, every young student, every young girl to go out, especially the guys in the university doing computer science and stuff, to actually go out and make yourself an agent. Make an agent that does something, right? Make an AI agent that does something, all right? Because you can actually get that agent and you sell it off, right? That is a business. There's a company that's called, I think, Motebook or Molbook, something like that. They started 2026.
Wow.
2026. Yes, they started in 2026. They opened. You can search it out. They started in 2026. They built this very wonderful application called Motebook, which is like a Facebook of bots, right? And they were bought up by Meta. Sorry. It is a 2026 business that was acquired by Meta, right? As in, they started, they showed it works, and they were scooped up. I don't know how much they bought it for, but that is a very good business if I'm being bought out out of the business, all right? Now, do these guys need a lot of stuff to be able to build that business? No, they don't. All they need is a laptop, all right? All they need is a laptop. Now, it has flattened the playing game. So all you need is your laptop, a little bit of common sense, all right? You don't have to be stupid, all right? Yeah, you don't have to be stupid. You have to have a little bit of common sense with your laptop and some really nice idea, and then you start executing. As in, start executing. Don't think that I'm going to think about this is a very nice idea. You start executing. You never know. So that's a business in terms of startups, all right? Now, when we go to our man in Ichukubo, okay, he's saying, how can I use this AI thing, all right? Because everyone is talking AI. Already you're using AI, by the way.
Yeah.
Already you're using AI, because every time you put up that video on TikTok, that video is going to go through an AI system. That AI system is going to determine if this video should be go viral or whatever it is. Already using it. Like, if you're intentional about how you're creating your video for example, we're trying to do some marketing. You're very, very intentional. What does the algorithm look out for? You go to ChatGPT, all right? Everyone has ChatGPT.
It's very famous.
It's now very famous, but it's not the only tool. It's now very famous to go to ChatGPT and to say, okay, I'm making this nice video of mine. How can I make it viral?
Exactly.
So that everyone watches it, all right?
Now, you, the person in Chikubo, you just use the AI right now to see how you can make you go to some of these platforms and you say, okay, just giving you insights. Okay, how can I improve my product to become world standard? All right. Then it will give you insights and say, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this, and you can do this. Now, all these insights you can only get from AI because it's now becoming an assistant to you. You don't have to have AI do all your books, all your stuff, but you can get ideas. You can get an idea, you throw it to the AI system, it throws back to you, throw it back to it. It gives you insights into what is happening. You're going to start up a business, for example, for tomorrow, and you say, okay, I want to start up a chicken rearing farm. Okay, AI, what are the pitfalls? What is the best location in Uganda to set up a chicken farm and why? It will give you information. Then you'll make decisions much better. They may not be perfect decisions. All right. You have also, that's why I said you don't have to be stupid. You have to use a bit of common sense. But this insight will give you a lot of information, and most of it is free. I mean, you just buy a 500 MB data bundle from MTN, 500 shillings. Then you go to ChatGPT and you say, I want to start up a farm in Nakasongola district. Who are the biggest farm players in this area? What can I do to improve? What can I do to make it profitable? What are the pitfalls? Then it will just give you the whole thing, right? Then you can go out there when you're sure that when I start up my chicken business, let's say I'm doing 1,000 birds, okay? What are the pitfalls that I expect? Then you can actually tell you that, you know what? Instead of doing 1,000, do 700 first. Because if you're doing 700, you can actually, instead of building 3 whole houses with 3 whole nannies, you're going to build 2. You overpack them a bit with 350 instead of 300 each. Then you see how the business works. All right. Now, some of this information you could get from another expert, but that expert is going to charge you your capital to give you this insight.
Yes.
Okay.
So, yeah, David, before we just move away from there, is all the information that is accessible through the AI agents or AI tools, should it be taken as the gospel truth? Is it correct information? Because in your discussion, you've been talking about prompting. You know, you prompt the AI tool, it gives you feedback. Where is it getting this information? Is it information that I can ably rely on?
AI, just like any other tool, right, is not perfect. Me, I'm an engineer. I can tell you there is no tool that is perfect. All right? I'm telling you that when was the first tractor? When was the first car put on the market?
So many years,
bro. Yeah, the T-Model by Ford, right? That was the first car which went viral, right? And threw off all the horses off the streets of New York, right?
And they first resisted it.
They first resisted it. Yeah. Then within like 3 years, it was all the horses were off the streets.
Correct.
The first car that came out was a T-Model. That was really went viral. Was a T-Model a perfect car?
No.
Could it get the job done? Somehow. It was getting the job done. But right now, when you look at the cars that we have, are they T-Model cars?
No.
What do we have? We have self-driving cars which can park themselves. This is less than a...
So Devi,
bino bya ddala before cars will park themselves. Emotoka zeeparkinga.
Okay.
Zeevuga ku pool n'egenda.
Not AI.
It is AI.
No, now I'm talking about AI. These things are
Kakati njogera katogera ku AI.
okay.
When we talk about AI, it's not perfect. It's not a perfect tool yet. Right? Not everything that AI is going to tell you is right. As I said, for me, I'm an engineer. When I'm given a tool, I use it.
Yes.
And when I use it and I see that it's not giving me what I want, I say, how can I improve it? Until to that moment when I can say, this tool works perfectly. Right?
Correct.
And it can never work perfectly because it always need improvement. Right now, even the self-driving cars and the self-parking cars, they are still being improved. Right? So for me, once a tool can provide me 99% usability, right? For me as an engineer, that is a good tool to work with. Right? I don't have to wait for 100%. But of course, people who are in the theory area, of course, for them, their direction is to look at how can we make, what is the issue with this tool? What is it not doing right? And then they give us that information, and then we can figure out as engineers how to fix those tools towards 100%.
So what I picked from your submission, really, before Rosemary comes in, is that I think there is no need to waste more time, but everybody needs to find an opportunity to onboard themselves on this thing called AI. So as Rosemary is coming in to give us her analogy around this AI and whether the information that we access through the AI is factual, we should take it as a gospel truth. Please feel free to engage us through our channels for further engagements, especially around AI. We have a team that will be responding to you, giving you more dynamics. And if you have a story of yours that you want to give us, that maybe you've been able to onboard yourself on AI or using AI tools to run your businesses, please feel free to share with us that story, because we will want to share it with many more other people so that we help them grow their businesses, but also help them live digitally transformative experiences. So over to you, Rosemary. Same question. Is the AI information, prompted information, factual? What from your area of academia, give us an insight around this.
Okay, I'll start with this. For those people that have used ChatGPT, down there's a word that says ChatGPT can make mistakes. It's a warning. It's a disclaimer. It's something that if you don't, you can't sue ChatGPT if you used it and then you failed. You asked it something and then it gave you answers and you took that as the plain truth, and then you can't blame it. That's why it puts that. Sometimes people sell us products and we are buying them blindly, we are using them, and then they have not told us that, okay, while you're using this, remember ABCD. So ChatGPT hallucinates. Hallucination is like how we sleep, and then you're in between sleep and not being asleep. I don't know if it has happened to you, but during that time, you can say things that you don't remember. You say it. Or someone will tell you, you told me ABCD while you were somehow asleep, but then you as a person, you can't remember you said it.
Rosemary, for me, that one doesn't usually happen to me.
Okay.
But yes, it happens.
Yeah. So ChatGPT hallucinates. When you prompt ChatGPT or when you prompt any chatbot, it gathers information from maybe 1 million databases for it to refine for you and gives you an answer in maybe 1 second or 1 minute. And like we said, this AI is kind of mimicking what humans do. The same way a human being is not perfect. Like I can be doing a mathematical calculation, then somehow along the way, I make a mistake. For those who did math, by the time I get the answer, it may be wrong. But I started well, and then in the process, I maybe put Z instead of X, and then I end up with the wrong answer. So that is AI to some extent. And what can we do to work with AI? We need to use it responsibly. That is why I said AI is not here to take people's jobs, actually. If I'm a patient, like I'm sick, and go and tell ChatGPT, I am sick, I have headache, what do you think I should take? If it tells you, you go and take maybe paracetamol. If you take paracetamol and don't get fine, you can't blame ChatGPT. It is only giving you to as far as its knowledge is, as far as it has been built. And that is why there are versions that keep coming up every day. It keeps being improved. We are living in a world that is dynamic. Things keep changing. So you cannot make ChatGPT accountable for the mistakes that you may have done because you got information from it. It is not 100% perfect, but you can rely on it as an assistive agent. And that is why even when someone is using it, they need experts. Right now, like I gave an example, I'm collecting data, but we are using biochemists to first actually tell us what the disease is before we think that the images we are capturing and modeling them to later think and reason that this disease is this. We have to have experts in the process. So people have to still go to school, study this layman's knowledge, do the competence-based education, and then incorporate it with AI and make decision-making better. It's actually here to help us make better decisions. We are already making decisions, but when we add AI, we make them better. But we may not fully, completely rely on AI and they're like, okay, I used AI to carry out an operation, and then maybe AI told you, oh, cut the left ventricle, and you cut it and the person died. You can't account it to, because it will just tell you, I said I can make mistakes, so I've made a mistake. Assuming it was a person and you're trying to sue them and having a discussion, they would be like, I gave you a disclaimer that I can make mistakes. So if you can counter the mistake, that is what I was able to do. So we need to use this with knowledge and also confidence that we are still needed in the ecosystem. Even when AI has come and it's performing really well, humans are still needed in the ecosystem. The experts are still needed in the ecosystem to make actually AI better.
Does AI pose a security risk? Especially, I'm just posing a question, especially if all of us are onboarding ourselves on AI and I want to look at government structures such as the central bank. So if these people are exposed to use of AI agents or tools, does it pose a security?
Yeah, very much and highly. And there's an emerging technology of cybersecurity to try to curb such things. With AI, the fact that it's dealing with data, it can expose humans, systems, and everything at a risk. Because I only need maybe to inject a bit, the bits of 1010 that we use in computers. If I just inject a 0, I've altered the whole thing. And someone may not even be able to know that, oh, a 0 was added. Okay, people use encryption and then decryption to go away with that. But AI has a very high risk to do with privacy and security because it uses data. If we go to a hospital and then we get their data about people's HIV status and we want to use it to develop a model maybe for something, and there are no policies about that, it will expose maybe people's privacy. So when we are working with AI, one of the key issues there is security and privacy, and we need a lot of policies to govern that. Even when someone is maybe working with data to do with humans, you sign somewhere, be able to know that we won't disclose this and this and this, we'll only use this information. Even if it's maybe data to do with our bank, we wouldn't want other countries to know maybe how we are doing things. It's not safe.
I think the topic is getting much more interesting, and I do want us to delve into the topics we are beginning to jump into. We'll get there after a session break. I want us to do the session break, and we'll be back to talk about the role of some of these stakeholders in AI, such as the role of telecommunication and digital infrastructure. We will talk about, she has already been trying to talk about the responsible AI and data governance. So we will talk about those topics when we back after the session break. But for purposes of engaging us, please engage us through the channels below that you see on the screen. We will be able to comfortably respond to you and take engagements right from here, and probably if you need to engage any of the experts that you're seeing here. Thank you.